These are 7 side hustles that you can do using your cybersecurity skills and how much money you can actually make from them. So this was one of my more recently requested videos, and as someone who has worked in cybersecurity while also doing cybersecurity side hustles throughout my career, I'm so glad that more and more people are interested in just being able to monetize your cybersecurity skills outside of a 9-to-5. So let's get into it. The first cybersecurity side hustle on this list is one that you guys have probably heard of, and it's one that traditional cybersecurity professionals will often go for if they have ethical hacking skills, and this is specifically bug bounty. So this is basically where you get paid to legally hack a website. There are platforms like HackerOne, BugCrowd, and Integrity that pay security researchers, whether you work for a company or you're an independent researcher, which basically just means a freelance hacker, to find the vulnerabilities in their applications before the bad actors do. So if you're interested in red teaming, ethical hacking, if you already have those skills, if you've done CTFs, capture the flags, or you already know the ins and outs of web applications and web app security, honestly getting started is really easy. So typically, if you go on a company's website and you happen to find a vulnerability and try to exploit it, that is technically illegal and it is considered black hat hacking. But if it is a company that is using BugCrowd, Integrity, or any of these bug bounty platforms to basically invite security researchers and white hat hackers to find vulnerabilities in their web applications and then pay them a lump sum amount for the vulnerability that they find based on the severity levels, criticality, how easy the exploit is, how hard it is to find, things like that. And that is basically the legal way to test your ethical hacking skills. So how much can you actually make from bug bounties? Well, the range will actually differ depending on the various factors I already mentioned, but you can expect to earn from about $500 to about $50,000 per bug that you find. And yes, that is a lot of money, especially if you find a high severity, high criticality bug on any of these platforms. Okay, cybersecurity side hustle number 2 is freelance consulting. This is an area that I've actually dabbled in a little bit myself. Personally, I really like consulting of any kind, but it is essentially trading your expertise for money in an hourly rate over a full-time 9-to-5 salary. So maybe there are smaller companies or companies that need very niche cybersecurity skills and they need security expertise, but they can't necessarily afford someone full-time. Then these companies will typically look for external help through third-party vendors, contractors that specifically offer things like pen testing services, security reviews, policy writing, GRC. Auditing is a really big one for contractors and cybersecurity consulting, or even being a virtual CISO, which means you're basically the cybersecurity executive for a company and you could provide the services and expertise that a typical CISO would provide for a company, but maybe you're only on at an hourly rate, which also means that you can work for multiple companies at the same time. So you're essentially trading your expertise and hours for an hourly rate, and that rate is basically set by you depending on your years of experience, your background, your expertise. Maybe you're really niche in a specific area of cybersecurity, like embedded systems, for example, then maybe your rate for consulting might be a lot higher than someone who is just a security analyst. But on average for cybersecurity consulting, the typical rates that I've seen online are around $50 to $100 per hour. And of course, the number of hours that you work are going to depend on the contract that you do. But a lot of companies will typically look for these kinds of contractors on websites like Upwork and Fiverr. I know a lot of people who will market their services directly on LinkedIn as well. For example, if you just post on LinkedIn about your cybersecurity services, that's a really easy way to market your skills. If you have projects that you've worked on or previous clients, or basically any evidence that shows or proves your skill set in whatever area that you want to consult for, and then having potential clients reach out to you directly. And this is something that I believe anyone can do. You don't need to have a huge platform to do consulting. In fact, I've had previous coworkers who've made 6 figures and above just from doing consulting on top of their 9-to-5 jobs. Of course, as long as there's no non-competes and you're allowed to do consulting outside of your day job, this is something that you should always verify before you start something like this if you're currently already working a cybersecurity 9-to-5. All right, cybersecurity side hustle number 3 is through courses and digital products. So this is basically the OG way for people to basically package up their knowledge, write it all down in one course or one digital product, whether it be a learning guide or a video series or a complete training program. It's basically something that you create once, update regularly, and then sell indefinitely. I find that this is definitely one of the more passive income streams that you can have as a cybersecurity professional. And again, you also don't need a huge following for this. I know people who have made Udemy courses even without a huge following and still been able to make this a side hustle. Because for example, someone could search up your course on Udemy directly and find it. It's not necessarily that you need social media presence, but of course it is helpful. So if you're someone who is also interested in cybersecurity content creation, which by the way, I'll also talk about later on in this video, and let me know if you guys want a full-on video on just becoming a cybersecurity content creator and and doing that as a side hustle on top of your 9-to-5 job, which I also did for almost 5 years. But yeah, people will typically sell their products or courses on Udemy, Gumroad, Squarespace. There are lots of different platforms, or you can just build your own website and also just sell products through there if you don't want to pay higher fees. That's another popular way to do it. Teachable and Kajabi are two other platforms that are very popular for content creators to specifically be able to host their digital courses on. And how much you make from this really depends on how much you charge for the course and how much effort you put into marketing it. And of course, just the word of mouth from students that take your course. If they like it and recommend it to other people, that's another one. But generally, I would say this is a pretty good way to earn passive income. Again, not 100% passive because you still need to do the work to market it and create the course and update it. And some people sell their courses for $10. Some people sell their programs for hundreds of dollars. So it really depends on where you fall. For example, I recently launched my cybersecurity projects course, which is basically 5 cybersecurity project guides that you can do to get on your resume to help you get hired and noticed by employers, because it covers the skills from the most common cybersecurity entry-level and early career jobs and the specific keywords that the hiring managers are looking for, so you have an easier time getting hired. So you have an easier time actually getting noticed by the hiring manager or the recruiter and actually getting an interview and getting hired. And the current price of the course is $29, which I think is still a fair price that someone who is starting out in cybersecurity can still afford. It's still a student-friendly price as well, and that was my main goal when I was creating this course. And as a quick shout out, you can check it out in the link in my description, but as basically an example of marketing your course and talking about it on your different platforms. All right, side hustle number 4 on this list is speaking engagements. So this is basically when you go to a conference, a corporate event, a corporate training, or even virtual events that pay you as an expert in a specific niche or a specific topic to talk about it to their audience, their users, their employees. Great examples of this are DEF CON, B-Sides, and industry summits, even for company-specific summits and in-person events. This is a great way to share your expertise, but also grow your personal and professional branding because you're getting in front of a crowd and sharing what you know. I would say this is one of the best skills that you can hone in on, especially if you're comfortable speaking in front of a crowd and are interested in public speaking and events like this. And of course, there are also online webinars and events, so you don't have to necessarily fly to a conference, but typically when you're a speaker at these conferences and corporate trainings, then the organizers will typically pay for your hotel and your flights and accommodations, as well as food during travel. So typically it's like an all-in-one package on top of whatever speaking fee that you're also getting. But if you're just starting out, you may be doing talks and speaking engagements for free, but those typically also cover the tickets for you for the event. So you can go and do more networking and more personal branding. So technically it's still very worth it if you're just starting out doing this. But eventually I know that people do pay a lot of money for big speakers, especially if you've done a lot of talks and you've had a lot of experience and you have that personal branding around whatever niche or topic that you're talking about. But typically a lot of these speakers will earn anywhere from $1,000 to $15,000 per speaking engagement. And of course, if you have a huge following, if you can attract crowds, if you can increase ticket sales, then that will be even higher. All right, cybersecurity side hustle number 5 on this list is career coaching. This one is also a very fun one because you get to help people who are starting out their careers, who need guidance or advice, or even just getting a roadmap from someone who has already done it and is in the job they want to go for. There are hundreds of thousands of people who want to break into cybersecurity, and your career journey or expertise might be the help that they're looking for, whether it be sharing the resources or courses that you took, or even just sharing industry insights on what recruiters or hiring managers are looking for in the cybersecurity space. There's one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, and oftentimes they also include resume reviews or a job search strategy, or if someone is trying to pivot into cybersecurity from a different field, basically helping them make that career switch. So there's a lot of different areas of career coaching, and I really do think that it's helpful. I actually have done a few career coaching calls myself, but also helping others who are trying to break into cybersecurity. The cost of these coaching sessions also vary depending on your experience, your niche, your expertise, and how much you plan to charge in general. You can also find cybersecurity career coaching sessions on platforms like Fiverr and Upwork. So I would also recommend marketing your services on there if you're starting out. And of course on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is always a really great place for any kind of career services that you're marketing. But on average, I've seen people charge around $30 per hour for a one-on-one session to even hundreds of dollars. And then somewhere in between for career coaching for group settings, or specifically just resume reviews, or specifically just job hunt strategy calls. So the prices will definitely vary. Cybersecurity side hustle number 6 on this list is writing and publishing cybersecurity articles. This includes things like technical blogs, Substack newsletters, white papers, and books that basically help you establish authority in a specific niche or a specific field in cybersecurity. There are also publications like Dark Reading that'll pay you for contributed articles on their website. So a lot of the writers are basically cybersecurity professionals who are very good at what they do and know a lot of info about these specific sectors and areas that they write about, whether it be a cybersecurity exploit or a recent hack or a nation state. And then they give these platforms the right to publish their work, and they usually get paid per article. Now, I actually used to do ghostwriting for a tech blog way back when I started working, and this was back in 2019. Honestly, I almost forgot that I had this experience, but I used to write about future tech for a tech blog, and honestly, it was a very helpful learning experience considering I was writing about emerging tech. This was even before the era of AI, so I'm really glad I got to have an experience like that. But if there's a specific niche or area in cybersecurity that you enjoy reading about and also enjoy writing about, then this is a great way to monetize those skills. And honestly, the way I would start this first is to have your own blog or newsletter or Substack and basically just start writing your thoughts and opinions on different topics that you're interested in. And then as you gain more traction, more people start reading, as you share your newsletter or your blog more, this is usually when the opportunities come in for people to invite you as a guest writer or to contribute to different publications. And now how much you earn based on this is also going to vary a lot. For example, for the tech articles I was writing back in like 2020 or 2019, I was charging about $100 per article, and they were about 1,000 characters each. So it wasn't crazy, but I thought it was a pretty good amount of money. Each article, again, this was before AI, took me about 2 to 2.5 hours to research and write. So basically it was around $30, $40 an hour, which I thought was pretty good, especially as a side hustle. So this is definitely an area that I recommend. And now cybersecurity side hustle number 7, last but not least, is cybersecurity content creation. You probably already know what this is. It is creating cybersecurity career content, industry insights, cybersecurity news on platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, if you have a newsletter, basically any social media platform out there where you can share things with an audience. And this is essentially where your expertise is the content. The main way to monetize through content creation is typically brand deals, affiliate links, and whatever the platform pays you. For example, YouTube would typically pay YouTube AdSense. And while it's not a huge amount of money, it is something that you get from the views on your videos. Affiliate links are basically when you have a product that you're recommending. If that product has an affiliate program where you basically get a custom tracking link that you can put in your video descriptions or anywhere else that you're promoting it, and then you get a small percentage kickback if someone decides to buy that product. And for content creators, I would say the money that you make really does depend on many, many factors. For example, things like the company who might be sponsoring you, how much money a YouTube video makes through AdSense is hugely variable. For example, I've had videos make me less than $10, and I've also had videos make a few $100s, even more than $1,000. And this is all dependent on views, analytics, but content creation in general is one of the fastest growing jobs, especially one that a lot of young people in their careers want to do, either as a side hustle or full-time. So let me know in the comments if this is something that you guys want me to do a full-on video on, which I would love to go into, the deep weeds on how to get started, the tips and tricks, the lessons learned, and how to actually succeed in doing this and making it your full-time job if it's something that you want to do. All right, so that is it for this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below. Hopefully this was helpful and gave you a few ideas into ways that you can monetize your cybersecurity skills and expertise without or outside of your 9-to-5 job. I personally think that everyone should have a side hustle, whether you have 0 years of experience or 20 years of experience. There is a side hustle out there for you that utilizes your skills. All right, don't forget to stay connected on LinkedIn, TikTok, Discord, all linked in my description. And if this video was helpful, please like and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. I post videos weekly, and actually I post videos every 2 weeks is what I'm trying to go for. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.